the cough. The coffee cough. Cough, cough, cough. Cough, cough, cough. Cough. Today I want to show you guys something that those of whom probably already know about it, also if you've read the title you already know what I'm talking about. Today I'm talking about SteelBook protectors. It won't be a long video. I don't have much to say. It's just a cool thing that I discovered that I think is worth your while if you're a SteelBook collector. If not, I guess it's... I mean, people don't come to my channel for pop vinyls. I don't know why that's a thing, but that's where I got it from. So, this is my Gremlin SteelBook. As you can see, it's so reflective you can see yourself in it. Wow, you look very thin. So, anyway, the point is, I got this little plastic container. As you can see, it's got a lid there. It just like hooks in at the base, thin and thin again. It's got obviously a, what do you call it, a plasticky, where it sticks together there. You can't really see it, can you? Not really. Okay, well, in person, because of course it's along the opposite side of the spine, it's got that attachment filter, you can't really see it because of the spine, because of how it's, it's not the actual spine, but the actual spine is clear. It's a really nice thing, okay? It's a bit thicker, obviously, than the regular SteelBooks. It allows them to jostle around if you have like a lenticular cover or, a magnet on it. That helps. If it has a slip cover, you can also put it in this, to my knowledge. I'm pretty fucking sure. Shall we test it out? Alright, so this is how it comes out. I don't mind touching it because, of course, it is plastic to be dealt with, I guess. More or less the point is you take out your SteelBook, voila. The reason I put Gremlins in it is because Gremlins is glossy. Gremlins can scratch really easily, so to have this protects it. Protects it from dust, it protects it from dirt, it protects it from when other people take out the Blu-rays that surround it, or when you take out the film itself to watch it, it protects it. Of course, you can still take it out. It's a bit of an extra measure, yeah. Maybe it's because I'm fucking crazy, or because people are crazy. That's just, people are crazy. It's weird. It's like, what the fuck? Why are people crazy? The point more or less becomes, if you don't have something like this, which is the American Psycho one, that has its own sleeve jacket, which I believe it'll fit. Will it? It's a bit thick. Just a bit thick. Just a bit too... Oh, no, it's because the SteelBook pops out there, doesn't it? Oh, I think I can do that. I don't think it's designed for this. It's designed for a particular size. You can get different sizes of them. You can get them for bigger deluxe editions, for premiums and shit. It's kind of going... It just seems a bit too... Like, this SteelBook thing is too... Oh my god, okay. Aha, ha, ha, ha. Okay. So the point still remains. It goes in, even with a slip. It's obviously a lot tighter there, but that's perfectly fine, given the fact that it still is the extra little bit of protection for the cover. I personally, unless I had a SteelBook that came with obviously an outer shell like this, I would... And that I really, really treasured it, really wanted it to make sure it's in perfect, pristine condition, whether a collector's item, or whether I'm not going to re-watch it, I've got a different version that I can watch or whatever, then yeah, I'd probably put it in the sleeve. I'm not going to put it down to being pedantic, it's just, if I had a film like that, say if American Psycho was my favorite film of all time, and I wanted to keep this in pristine condition, I would put it in a protector, but I'm content with how it is, because it's just, yeah. Nevertheless, Gremlins is still a film that can get a lot of, stickiness to it. So it goes in so much easier. And you just slide it in gently. Boom. Done. Usually when you order them, I got them from eBay, I will show you the business card, just in case you're interested. It's not a promotion, this is not an ad. This is just me showing that this is a thing that you can get. It's a really cool little device. So this is the product. It's just a clear plastic case. There are different versions of it. You can get them from, again, different sizes for the bigger premium ones. Where's Gremlins go? Gremlins goes here. Obviously this size here fits the regular case. I think there's a name for it. I bought this off eBay, because I saw this on Reddit once, and I'm like, hey, that's a really cool thing, I should get that, because, not because I have too much money to spend, but because it was like, I really treasure my steelbooks. I want to make sure that they're in the best condition, especially for the ones that can get scratched or can get damaged. Okay, so these are known as, so it's the eBay listing, which it has actually repopped up, but of course, because it's sold out from this particular listing, and then repopped up, which already sounds like a weird thing to say, repopped up, because obviously the seller was able to get more. These are protective sleeve cases slash clear slip covers G2. So G2 is the size for this regular size steelbook, plus if you have the extra thinner cover, you can also fit that in. It's literally, I looked up, I don't even know what I looked up, but the wording for this one is 10 steelbook box protectors slash protective sleeve cases slash clear slipcovers G2. So they've obviously restocked them, but they've got a whole bunch of them. They're from America, from a site called Retro Protection. That's actually their business card. I'm going to let it focus on that so you kind of have an idea in case you're interested. Again, not an ad. I'm not getting paid or sponsored or anything. This is just, me, this is the person who sells, I got a 10-pack. They also sell 25 packs, they sell VHS ones, they sell them for bigger ones, all kinds of shit. Do I have a premium set or something that shows it off better? I do. Oh, that one up there, that one. I do believe there is a size for something like this. So this is obviously a steelbook with an extra little divot. It's in its own box. I could get a protector just for this. That's where I feel like it'd be going to be pedantic if you already, if it's I know it's a couple bucks. It's like, does it really need an extra plastic on top? But I'm not here to judge. Simply put, they came in a plastic envelope. They were all divided by little tissue paper sleeves, which is cool. They literally just come flat like that. You can't probably really tell much definition because they are see-through. So I still have 2 more left. I don't know what I plan to put my next 2 ones in yet. I know I want to be putting them in ones, for me personally, I just hit the microphone, sorry about that. For me personally, I want to be putting them in, put particular steel cases in it. The Gremlins one and my Cabin in the Woods one are 2 in particular because they are glossy, can get scratched. They are a little bit. Then I've got more protective ones that I care more about. My Landscape Scott Pilgrim vs. the Wild one, which is now up on the shelf, is in one. My 3 Star Wars ones are in it. I'm not going to bother to reach, because fuck it. I think if you had a cardboard, slip cover that was as thin as the American Psycho one, but had embossing on it, if you had lumped up text, I don't think you'd be able to fit it. I just don't think it would fit that kind of a thing. So, more or less, it becomes an up to you as to why you want to get it. Personally, I think it's a great product. Again, it's helpful if you want to keep your steelbook from getting dusty or dirty. There's a lot of people who do this. There's just regular plasticky bags that you can put on them that people also sell. They're more common ones that I've seen, but I don't like it looking like a loose bag kind of. It just doesn't appeal to me. Having it as an actual case, especially if you put them all next to each other side by side, works quite well. Quite like I've got up the top there, which I'll show you. If we look up here, just up there, we've obviously got the Scott Pilgrim one, which is the blue one, and the 3 different Star Wars ones all right next to each other. And the Star Wars one for Empire Strikes Back actually has a magnet cover, and it fits perfectly. Obviously, I've been getting really big into steelbook collecting over the past 2 years. There's a lot of steelbooks that I really adore. There's ones that, again, personal favorites, like the Star Wars ones, the Scott Pilgrim ones. To have them more protected works for me. I could have J cards with them. I actually don't in this case. For those Star Wars ones, I have the J cards just separate. I've put them in behind one of the shelves, because my shelves here have enough space for pretty much a whole another Blu-ray. So if I wanted to double stack it like that, I can. Usually I put spare stuff other Blu-rays that I've got 4K upgrades of or whatever. I'll chuck the Blu-ray behind it because I don't need to showcase the Blu-ray, or I can't sell it off, or I can't dispose of it yet. Or maybe it's got J cards that I want to keep the J card, but I just chuck the J card behind it or whatever. However it be, maybe it's a more premium set for this for the Hills Have Eyes. It has the extra box that comes around it with the book. Because it's so thick, I just put the box in the back with the book to keep them safe and secure, and have the regular Blu-ray facing outwards, just because it just makes more room for everything to fit that way, and especially because I've literally run out of room and I have to start stacking Blu-rays on top of each other. It is its own thing. Luckily, the SteelBook protectors give an antiquated amount of room. Like, it doesn't add too much, which is perfect. And they're, you know, flexible enough that they can get squished in if you need to, but of course the idea is there so you can protect your SteelBook. Personally, I'd say, look, there's two reasons why you get them. You either have really glossy steelbooks that can get damaged and scratched really easily, then yeah. It's also arguably the level of, if you don't want it to get dirty or dusty or yada yada yada, depending on what the kind of quality or the texture of the steel case is. In this case, for me, glossy can get scratched really easily, like having the Woods and Gremlins. The rest of them are just ones that I really, really like. The Scott Pilgrim ones, the Star Wars ones. I've got Interstellar coming in the mail, assuming it's in good nick. I plan to put that in a steel case, but I also, I plan to put that in a slipcase. I mostly also want to put it in a slipcase, so eventually when, especially because I have SteelBook stands coming in the mail, they were due 2 weeks ago, but there's a pandemic going on, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. That is wonderful. I love life. Anyway, I'm surprised. These ones actually, these cases came in like a month early, unlike the little stands. Apparently England sucks with deliveries these days. Too bad I buy from Zavvi a lot. Anyway, point more or less just comes down to, I got them on eBay, I got them to protect the ones that are glossy and scratchy, like can get scratched easily, and my favourite ones, especially because I want to be able to put these on a stand for display, and if it gets natural, damage, like what if it accidentally falls down or whatever, at least it has something to protect it. Which seems almost ironic, because the whole point of a steelbook is to protect the disc better, but at the same time it's like, yeah, but because it's becoming a collectible item, you kind of want to protect your collectible items. It's like, again, with the pop vinyl thing, like I kind of briefly mentioned. Pop vinyls, you can also buy little plastic cases that wrap around them, You can either buy cheap $2 ones, which just protect them from dust and dirt. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Or you can get hard stacks, which are like $10 and really protect them. Hard to get them in and out, but at the same time, it's worth it in the end, I guess, if you're not going to take them like the pop vinyl out of the box. But that's also the thing. The box is designed not just for the selling purpose, but also to keep the pop safe in the first place. And then it's like, what if you just want to take out the pop and get rid of the box? But then that's just like for a Blu-ray, taking out the disc and getting rid of the Blu-ray case or the steelbook case. So overall, end all be all, this is just something I found. Again, like steelbook stands. When my steelbook stands come in the mail, I will be making a video about that. Hopefully sooner rather than later, but my assumption is by the time this has been edited and that stuff would have come in, I would have made a video on it. So expect that coming out soon. I don't think this is going to become a channel thing where I'm now like doing product reviews, but that's just the thing. Because it's important to me. It's to do with steelbooks, to do with Blu-rays and media and films. I figured I might as well, to those who don't know about it, because the amount of times I see it on Reddit and people don't know what the fuck it is, that's all you need to know. That's all the details. I'll probably put the details of the card or like a link to the eBay person in the description, but just know that sometimes they can sell out and the listing will disappear, but then it'll come back again because they've restocked. And it even says like they've got over 300 sold because they just keep adding to the same listing because it just makes it easier for those who are already there. So yeah. They also do VHS protection cases and a whole bunch of other shit. I think they do pop vinyls as well, but they do, I think, CDs, cassettes. They do all kinds of physical media. It's crazy the fact that people buy this plastic. It's really bad for the environment. Anyway, I don't even think they're recyclable. But that's not really the point here. You're not buying them to throw them out. That doesn't make any sense. But the fact that they're getting made in the first place is... Okay, let's not talk about the environmental stuff. Let's just say this is just a thing. You can get DVD size ones as well. Anyway, I think they're called G1. G1 is DVD size, like classic bigger cases. G2 is Blu-ray steel case. Mostly like Blu-ray 4K stuff, because it's a smaller size. So yeah, that's today's video. Thanks so much for watching. What do you think about steelbook protectors? Am I wasting my money on plastic to protect plastic? Yeah, probably. But still, that's just how I be. If this has helped you out, then cool. That's cool. Stay tuned for the SteelBook display ones. That'll be also for premiums as well, because I got 2 different sizes. Hopefully they come in unscathed. So yes, see you next time. Thank you for watching this video from Taylor Creations, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. There'll be playlists on the screen to do with something with SteelBooks, I guess. Why not? That's the theme of today's video. So, yeah. Adios.